Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know, my name is Camryn or Cammy, whichever one you prefer, and guys, welcome back, y'all. I think just by the title down below, you already know what this is. This is going to be my annual advice video, but mainly this is for sophomores, so my sophomore advice video. Mainly, this video is going to touch on all the things that I wish I would have known coming into sophomore year, because I got zero advice for sophomore year. Like, I got no help. At that, somebody told me that sophomore year was just like freshman year. Boy, oh boy, did they lie. Did they lie. So I hope that this advice helps you, or if you are going into sophomore year, makes you a little bit less nervous, so you're more prepared for what to expect, what to see, you know, what to do. And on top of that, with additional help, I asked some of my closest friends to give you guys some advice on what they think that you should know for coming into sophomore year. So I'll be sure to put their pictures up on the side so you can know who it is. And we're just gonna get right into this video. So come sit down with me, grab a snack, you know. I'm stealing Corey's stuff. I'm stealing all his stuff. I don't care. I'm stealing it. Come sit down with me, relax, get the stress off your shoulders, and listen to what I gotta say. So I already have all of this written down, so we gonna be here for a good little yeah, because I'm telling you, I'm getting y'all prepared, okay? I'm getting y'all prepped, okay? And I have music in the background just so I can stay on track and focused and not lose my train of thought. And I have some water because I'm gonna be running my mouth. Like, this is gonna be like FaceTime, but just I'm talking. This is the things to know before coming into sophomore year. First thing being that sophomore year is nothing like freshman year. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I feel like this has been one of the most stressful years that I've had. This is not to scare you though. Like, one of the most stressful but pushing and challenging years that I've had while being in high school. Another thing is, if you slack off your freshman year, sophomore year is like your only bit of hope to be able to like fix or make up anything that you didn't do freshman year. I mean, as of like, let's say if you slack off freshman year, you don't have the best of grades. I feel like, not even with that, I feel like freshman year is like such a vital year. Referring back to my freshman year video, if you want to go check that out. I'm gonna try and figure out how I can do that little iCard thingy, whatever the freak it's called. I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. But freshman year is really, really important. Not saying don't slack off your freshman year, but let's say if you did, then sophomore year is the chance that you get to kind of like make up for, or like, but it's still very important to try your freshman year. Sophomore year, you gotta work. Like, this is coming from me personally and what I experienced going into sophomore year. I had to work my butt off. Hold on, I need to turn my fan on. Another thing that's important is to get rid of the freshman mentality. For people who tend to be more like childlike, you know, like a bit immature, you're getting older, and this is the time to find your identity for your older self. So it's important to let go of the immature mentality or mindset and start to slowly grow and find yourself into becoming the mature person that you are or desire to be. This is very, very important because this is so important. Like, you're an 8th grader going to being a 9th grader, so it's just like, you know, you still have that childlike mindset where you think everything's fun and games, you know, you just want to chill, relax, enjoy it, have fun. But it's just like you're slowly becoming an upperclassman, so it's very vital to try to slowly but surely get bits and bits of becoming mature, because people are not going to take you seriously if you're still, you know, like immature, you know, like you want people to take you for real. So it's very important to build that character of becoming mature. Now we're going to start on the main categories that I had specifically. So the first thing being schoolwork. Okay, so with schoolwork, I am an honors student. I'm going to be mainly speaking about like honors. Let me move to the side. Very, very important. Staying on your A game. You will get left behind. What I mean by this is, if like, I promise you, if you miss a day of school, you'll be so clueless. Like, school moves like that, especially if you're in honors or AP classes. I'm going to get to AP. You will get left behind. Like, you will be so far behind, and you gotta catch up on things, and it just causes you to be more stressed out more than you already are. So it's very important to stay on your A game. Just going, you know? Don't slack off because you'll end up being stressed. Like I said, if you procrastinate, you'll be less likely to want to do the thing, and then you're gonna push it to the side, and then it's not gonna get done. And then when the time does come for it to be done, needed to be done, you're gonna be stressing out. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I gotta get it done. Like, just get it done when it's supposed to be done, like, or do it ahead of time. Like, that's one thing. I don't even think that's on there. Do it ahead of time. Don't do it like if you have something like a date, like a due date on something. Yeah, try to get it done as early as you can. Like, I'm telling you, it's gonna save you so much. Like, you're probably like, I can probably do this later. The due date isn't until 2 or 3 weeks. Do it so then you don't have to worry about it later, and then when the time does come that you have to turn it in, you already have it done. You don't gotta be like these people stressing trying to get it done the night before prior. Study groups, y'all. Studying together as a group really does change. Like, it changes a lot of things. Like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, me and my friends, we do not work individually. We do it all together, because it's really important to grab other people's perspectives on things, because sometimes you might be wrong, and that's okay. But when you have somebody else to help you and to guide you, that's your age, it's perfect. Like, I really feel like it really does help. Like, it's very, very helpful. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. Let it be a friend, classmate, or a teacher. Like, y'all, it's times like this in high school where you cannot be afraid to not speak up. Like, you have to speak up. Like, closed mouths don't get fed, you know? Like, if you need help with something, say something, because if people don't know, it's like self-sabotage. Like, you're doing it to yourself. Like, if you can't do it and you know somebody else could possibly help you, or a teacher, or shoot, even your parents, get the help. Like, stop it, get some help. Like, that's literally what it reminds me of. Another thing is Quizlet. Y'all, hear me out when I say this. Quizlet and ChatGPT are gonna be your BFFs. Y'all, hear me out, okay? I know, you know, and that's okay. But don't use it to completely cheat, okay? Like don't use ChatGPT to be like, write out my whole essay. That's stupid. You know, if you have a writing assignment, you know, put it in there and say, hey, you know, make it sound formal, or, you know, check my grammar, you know? Like, it's times like that where, you know, it can be helpful. It's a useful source, you know? Take notes. Okay, me and my friend, my good sis Sammy, both said to take notes. It's very important to take notes so you have something to go back to look on, because you can't remember everything off the dome, like off the top of your head. Like, it's just not possible. Like, that's just so unrealistic. So to have something to be able to look back on so you can remember, and sometimes even writing things down can help you learn better, like, can help you remember things more. So again, it's very important to take notes. And another thing too, you can decorate your notes, you know, put stickers, highlight, color, whatever catches your eye and is more likely to help you, do so. It's your notes. You can do whatever you want with your notes, okay? If you can't take notes, you can always take pictures, because I know y'all be on them phones. I be on my phone too. So if you can't take notes at that time, it don't take nothing to a quick little snippet, okay? And then you can go back, and when you're at home doing nothing, write it down, boom, bow. Of course, aim for high grades. That's very, very important. You know, don't settle for less. You know what you can do. You know what you're capable of. Push yourself to see if you can, you know, instead of, if you normally get B's, try to aim for an A. Or if you normally get a C, aim for a B. You know, aim for higher, because, you know, we're achievers over here, okay? We don't do that settling for the bare minimum. Oh, I get a C, that means I pass, okay, cool. No. That's not what we do around here. Being in an honors class, oh, yes, another thing. Honors classes, depending on how your school works, at the end, I think it's 3 points added to your grade if you're in honors. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what it was for us. I don't really remember, but I know you get points added, but it really just depends on your school. So let's say if you have like a 88 or a 87, if you get 3 points added, boom, A. So I'm telling y'all, sometimes honors classes isn't bad. And then honestly, honors classes aren't hard, like, and neither do they move fast. I don't know if that's just because, like, that's my normal pace, but they're really not hard, neither are they fast. Like, it's not as if, like, yes, there's times where we learn one thing in one day and then the next day we learn something completely new, but it's just like I feel like that's how it's kind of like supposed to be. I don't know, it's different for everybody. The next category I'll be talking about, which is number 2, is AP classes. Y'all, people don't prepare you for AP classes. Y'all, this was my first year. Sophomore year was my first year taking AP classes. I took AP Seminar and AP Government. Ooh, child. I would say it's worth it, 1,010%, but it's very, very, very stressful and hard, depending on the class that you have. So with that, like I just said, one of my pieces of advice would be, depending on the class that you take determines how hard it is. AP Seminar, I wouldn't say that it was hard, but it was just very tedious and very time consuming. Because, not gonna lie, no tea, no shade in my I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I forgot how to write. Like it was so bad. Like, because like my vocabulary comparing 9th grade to now was such a difference. Like, I did not know how to write. And then with AP Gov, I already don't like history as it is, so I don't know why I put myself in that class. I didn't put myself in AP Seminar. They put me in AP Seminar. But for me to put myself in AP Gov, that was one of the worst decisions I could have ever made. I'm not gonna lie. AP Gov, I'm not really good with memory. Like, I am good with memory, but just because of how fast we were going, like just like I said before, we learned one thing one day and then another thing the next day. Don't mind the ads in the background. So it was just a lot going on. Like, and I couldn't keep up. Like, I could not keep up. Like, but did I pass with the A? Yes, ma'am, I did. But did I obtain any knowledge from that time point? Absolutely not. All I know is the First Amendment, the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th. Something about the 24th is the poll taxes. The 15th is, I think, something about being able to vote. And then the 13th is something about abolishing slavery. Y'all, don't even ask me, okay? Don't even ask me. I might have that wrong, but hey, it's okay. Another thing is, you'll never get the true learning experience like how you do with AP. That's why I say I honestly feel like AP is worth it, because even though it might be hard, you like oh my gosh, like, it's just the learning experience, and like actually getting the knowledge from these classes is so important. I feel like it's so helpful and useful to anybody who really cares about school and wants to actually learn, you know? And with that too, correlating back to the you'll never get the true experience with AP, your teacher, it really depends on your teacher. Like, my teacher for AP Seminar, like, y'all, I passed AP, oh, and speaking of, I passed my AP Seminar with a 4. Because my teacher, I feel like my teacher, he played such an important role. If I did not have him as my teacher, I would have not passed that AP exam. Yet alone, I don't even think I would have, like, made myself take it, because we had to pay to take it. But the way he cared about us and he pushed us because he saw the potential in us, he believed in us, and in him believing in us made us believe in ourselves, because we did not believe in ourselves coming up in that class. We were like, oh, heck no, let me find the next place to drop out of. Like, we did not want to take it. But since he cared so much, it made us want to care. And that's why I feel like, if you don't want to be a teacher, don't be a teacher. If you want to be a teacher just to get paid, go find another job. Because it's just like, I feel like a teacher has to care for a student to want to care. Like, if you don't even want to be here, what makes you think I'm going to want to be here? And so he just really, really helped us, and he helped me learn how to write again. Like, he, you know, like, what are those things? The like, you're about to die. And the election, the you know what I'm talking about? Where like, he like brought us back to life. Like, I loved my teacher and I love my classmates, and your peers too are very, very, again, helpful. Like, we pushed each other. Like, we weren't like solo. Like, we were a family. Like, we went through it together. Like, and I'll forever miss that class. Like, I loved AP seminar. Like, and AP Gov too, we were also a family, but we were kind of like, we had our different groups, you know? So it was no biggie. But your teacher, it really does depend on your teacher how your AP class is gonna go. If it's gonna go smoothly or if it's gonna be bumpy. Study, 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 and pay attention. If you don't pay attention in them honors classes, pay attention in AP, because you need to pay attention. Like, AP classes are not the kind of class where you can just go to sleep and just wake up, take a test, and pass. Like, you need to pay attention. Like, you need to know what's going on in your class. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, you need to pay attention. Like, it's either get with it or get lost. Like, get left behind. Like, seriously. I need some water. Cause, yo, one of my biggest pet peeves is when I'm talking, and I talk for a long time, I start to get, like, white. Yeah, it's so disgusting. Don't allow knowing the fact that they're hard to stop you from taking the class. Yes, AP classes are hard, but again, it's really important to push yourself. Again, don't settle for easy. Like, challenge yourself, push yourself, because you know your capability, but at the same time, you don't. You might not know your potential unless you put yourself in a place to where it pushes you and it challenges you, you know? So don't let that stop you. Like, I really, really recommend anybody to take an AP class. So if you're thinking about it, do it. Do it. Like, do it, please. Taking these classes, again, even if you don't pass the exam, it still gives a good impression that you're willing to work hard and be diligent in your work, because obviously it's advanced placement. The fact that you are willing to go through either a semester or a full year of a rigorous class just shows how you're really about your stuff. Like, you're really about your business. Like, you're really willing to put in the effort, which is it's a good thing. And on top of that too, even if you don't pass, you still have the knowledge and the information from the class. So it's like, yeah, you might not have passed the test, but you passed the class, you know? So clearly it shows that you know something and not nothing, you know? And then my teacher from Mr. Moki, his quote that I love so much is, work hard, invest in yourself, and it will pay off. Y'all, like, it's like, obviously it's not gonna be easy, but if you put in the time and you put in the work, it will pay off and it will be worth it. That's why I constantly say take AP classes, because if you put in the hard work, it will show. Like, it will be proven. Like, and I just feel like he just changed my whole mindset as of AP classes, because going into AP classes at first, I was like, freak, no. I'm done with this. I don't want to do it. But now that I know that I passed my AP exam, that really shows that I can do it. Like, y'all, I know my college stuff, y'all. Like, I'm technically, like, put me in college right now and I'll pass. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Next. No. But again, put in the hard work and it will pay off. Like, it will be so worth it. There are going to be numerous of times where you feel like giving up. I've been there. We all have been there. But again, it's very important to push yourself through and get it done. And it's not forever. Like, AP classes are temporary. Like, it's not your whole life. Like, it's at the end, there's going to be an end game, you know? So it's very important to not give up. Like, do not give up. It's temporary. So just hang in and just live in the moment, y'all. Like, if God can put you through it, he gonna get you out of it. If he puts you in a place that he knows that you're capable of being in, he's gonna get you from the beginning, in the middle, and to the end, okay? Amen. Can I get an amen? Okay. And then the same thing with honors. You get extra 5 points for my school. With my school, you get 5 extra points for being in AP classes. So I left with all A's, and my camera's getting hot. That's great. Number 3, extracurriculars. So my friend Anne, right here, hopefully I have a picture of her. I should be able to. She said, honestly, don't do them if you cannot balance schoolwork and extracurriculars. That's very important. Don't give yourself an even more harder time with school on top of having extracurriculars. Like, you might as well just focus on school and be able to manage that more than having to juggle more things at once. another thing. So don't think that when you join your senior year, like, you can slick slide your way into getting a cord, because sometimes that might not be the case. They might not give it to you because you have not gotten the full experience of being in the club. Yeah. Step out your comfort zone and try something new. It's always important, again, to step outside of the box. You know, you never know what you might like or like to do if you don't ever push yourself and experience new things and try out different clubs. And it gives a good impression to schools. Same thing with AP. If you do AP classes, colleges are more likely to accept you on top of taking extracurricular clubs, because they see that you're committed to your school and you do things outside of having good academic grades. Like, you help out with your community or you help out with your school. Like, it just gives a good impression that you show leadership. And so they're like, yeah, we need leaders. Come to our school. Number 4 would be prioritizing your mental. This school year is very rigorous, so it's always important to work hard, but make sure that you give yourself some grace and some time to relax. And this is from my friend Dominic. We are not perfect. We are humans. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we just need a break. So give yourself that break. Give yourself some grace. You're only human, and these classes and grades do not define you as a person. You know who you are truly and deep down. So don't, like, stress yourself out by thinking or comparing yourself to other people that you have to do this, you have to do that, because we're all different and we all go through different things and we don't know what we have going on behind closed doors. So again, it's always very vital to give yourself a break and just relax. Not gonna lie, y'all, that's why I don't really join sports, because once I'm done with school, I'm so, like, drained that I just want to lay in my bed. And I don't see nothing wrong with wanting to just lay in your bed, because we all need the rest, you know? Remind yourself that you're doing the best that you can and that we're only human. Again, no one is perfect. Kudos to you. Good job that you're even willing to step up and take honors classes or do AP, and on top of having sports and extracurriculars. Give yourself a pat on the back. And then people who are even taking regular, because sometimes regular isn't easy. Good job to you too, because you are also important as well. Number 5 is your friends. Again, keep your friend circle close. Keep your friends super, 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 super close. Always be willing to do things with them, such as inviting them to games or activities that involve the school. Because the same way you don't want to miss out on the high school experience, don't let your friend be the one to miss out. Y'all, when I tell you, I drag Kennedy every freaking where. Anytime I want to do something in relations towards school, I'm like, do you want to go? Do you want to come with me? Do you want to do this with me? Because I just feel like the same way, again, like I said, I want to have that high school experience. I feel like my friends and my best friend should have it too. Because there's times where she's like, oh no, you know, I don't really want to go. Like, do I really want to go? I don't know. I'll go if you go. And it's just like, I just want to make sure that, like, she has something to be able to go back to look at and tell her kids, you know, this is what I did in high school, and high school was so much fun, you know. Like, I just feel like, and her doing that and being able to have that makes me happy, because the same way I want to have it is the same way I want her to have it. So again, it's very important to push your friends who aren't willing to go out or are normally a homebody, to get them to go out the house and take them to games, take them to the events, take them to homecoming. Just make sure that they get that experience too, because that would not be fair. Or, like, it'd be kind of sad, you know, for them when they get older. They're like, dang, I didn't do nothing in high school. I wish I could have done it. But in knowing that they have a friend that pushed them to do it, they'll be very thankful to have you. Okay, this is another thing. If you're trying to cut off a friend, here's some tips. You can either slowly distance yourself. I feel like that's a respectful manner depending on the type of person that you're dealing with. If you have classes with them, that kind of sucks, but again, still try to distance yourself. You're not obligated to speak to anybody at the end of the day. You can sit across the room from them, or, you know, whatever is best comfortable or best suitable for you. But again, you're not obligated to be friends with everybody, or neither are you obligated to speak to anybody. Okay. Number 6 is drama. Yes, there's still drama in high school. That's nothing new. That's not a shocker. There's drama even for adults and coworkers at my mom's job. So that's just something that doesn't go away. Don't insert yourself into any sort of mess, because it will catch up to you. This is from my friend Avery. I love Avery so much. It's very important. Don't be messy. Don't be messy. Like, don't be messy. It's not worth it, and it messes up your reputation. It might not be the reputation of your peers, but it definitely is for how the school will perceive you. So let's say you get into a fight. Yeah, you know, people see it. It goes away. Just because they're not still stuck up on it doesn't mean that your school still, they're like, nah, we remember what you did. We remember what you did. We're not gonna let that slide. And it really does affect your school and like how your school perceives you. So it's very important to just keep a clean cut profile, you know. Be somebody who's a leader, you know, not messy, very nice, very kind, and just here to have a good time, okay? Keep the past in the past. Whatever happened freshman year, do not bring it into your sophomore year. It is not worth it again. Don't, bro, I cannot stand the type of people on the first day of school who are like, oh, what's that you were saying about me this summer? Bink. I feel like that's just so dumb. Like, if you can't handle it up with me during the summer, why are you trying to scrap up with me on the first day of school, knowing I got all my cute little back to school stuff, I got everything new, and you're trying to fight me on the first day? The first day, not even the first week, first month, first day. If you cannot handle it up with that person and try to solve it out, let it go. Just let it go. It's clearly not that deep if things have not been resolved or have been talked about. Like, it's clearly not deep. But number seven would be going to all the events. You're only in high school for 4 years. Go to every single homecoming, every single game that's possible, every single event. Like, people take high school such for granted, and I hear it and I see it all the time. Like, I'm on TikTok scrolling, and there was just this girl who was like, I took high school for granted. Like, I just wish I could go back. So, like, I'm telling you this, like, do everything. Like, you only have it for 4 years. Like, you have 4 chances. That's more than the genie gives you. You have 4. So take every single one and enjoy it every single time. Like, okay. Number 8 would be time management. My friend Layla, hopefully I said this right, I'm so sorry. I don't have a picture of her, but I think I could ask her for a picture. I'll put her a picture right here. Time management. Time management. I feel like this one is very, very important. When deciding all these things at once, such as school, your social life, sports, and clubs, I feel it's very crucial to manage your time well. Because again, you're only one human and you can't do everything at once. If you do not have a strict plan in your head of how you're going to manage everything, your life will turn into chaos. Certain things you should have done at a certain time in your day. Like, you know, like you can't do one thing at one time and then do it at another time and then do that thing at that time and then do it. It's just too much. It's just too much. Have a calendar and plan. Don't try to multitask, only if you really, really have to, unless it's like very, very necessary. And it comes down to that being your only option, of course. But if you do everything at a strict time, you're likely to be sure that things will not clash together and you won't be as stressed out. I feel like this is the most important one. I feel like people don't talk about time management because it's just very important. Like, you need to have a plan. Like, you can't do nothing without a plan. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, it just doesn't. So, you know, having a calendar, whether it be an agenda or a calendar on your phone, or shoot, even clocks. I have a clock. I have alarms, you know. So again, that's very helpful. Number 9 would be your second chance. So what I mean by this, again, referring back to what I said in the very, very beginning, sophomore year is the year that whatever you didn't do or didn't get the chance to do in freshman year, you now get the chance to do sophomore year. So again, push yourself to step out of your comfort zone into doing everything. In this being your second chance, this means that you can come into sophomore year being a completely new person. You have every right to do so. So come to school with a brand new closet and a brand new mindset, okay? Because I know y'all seen my haul. If you haven't, be sure to go check that out. If you were closed off or isolated yourself freshman year, make friends. The worst mistake you could ever make is experiencing high school alone. You are not meant to live on this earth to be by yourself or be alone. God did not make this world for us to be alone. Like, we literally talked about this in church last Sunday. Like, you're not meant to be on this earth alone. Like, it's just not possible. Like, who built this house? Who made your shirt? you wouldn't be able to really do anything if it wasn't for other people. You know what I mean? So it's very important to, again, make friends, or just make that one little buddy. You know, it's very important. So again, take sophomore year as kind of like your second chance to do things that you didn't get to do before. Number 10 is your teachers. Create a bond with your teachers. The closer you are with them, the more likely they are to give you high grades. Y'all, I'm telling you, I finesse this every single year. Not saying that I make fake bonds with my teachers, because I really do love making a bond with my teachers, because I'm so easy going with that. But when you make a bond with your teacher, y'all, they give you so many passes, so many slides with everything. They give, it's so beneficial to make a bond with your teacher, because they're more likely to help you out. Shoot, let you round up a grade or nothing, you know what I'm saying? You know, if I left school with all A's not last semester, because now I'm not gonna lie, my last teacher, he was a op. He left me leave with like a 89. He's a op, and he didn't even want to round it. He's a op. I don't mess with him no more. He was my favorite French teacher too, but no. In building a bond with a teacher, that might be the teacher that changes your life or makes a huge impact on you. Be kind to teachers. Don't be a pain in the butt. With this, y'all, teachers really do change your life. There's that one teacher that changes a person. So you never know who that teacher might be unless you don't allow them to come into your life. Don't have your guard up, you know, let it down and be vulnerable with them, you know, because you never know what that might do. And y'all, I can't stand the type of people who are just rude to teachers for no reason. What are you being rude for? It's one thing if they're rude to you, okay, then I guess you have the right to be rude back. I still don't feel like that gives you a right to be rude, but hey, you know, whatever. I just feel like just be respectful. It don't take nothing to be respectful. I just feel like I'm just so big on respect. I'm heavy with that. I guess it's because how I was raised. But just be respectful. It don't take nothing. And it makes them look even more bad if they're being disrespectful to you and you're still being respectful back. Hashtag kill them with kindness, okay? Kill them with kindness. Number 11, being capture every moment. I cannot stress this enough. Take pictures and take videos. This is literally the only thing that you'll be able to look back on when you're older. So it's very vital to have these, even if you hate taking pictures or you're non-photogenic. People aren't non-photogenic. You just gotta learn how to take pictures. Y'all, the main reason why I even do YouTube and you see how it's mainly school content related is because I want to be able to look back on this and be able to show my kids that this is what high school looked like for me. This is what I was doing when I was younger, and I would like for you to experience this and go through this and, you know, just have something to look back on. Because I'm a nostalgic type of chick, you know. Call me the nostalgic emotion from Inside Out 2, because I love nostalgia. I love going back and I love looking back at the past. I love reflecting on my past. And I just feel like it's just so important to have be able to look back at your past and be like, wow, this was me. This is what I do. This is me. This is what I do. And then number 12 is staying true to you. Be bold in who you are. Y'all, with this, it's so important to stay true to you. Don't go down the wrong path because you want to fit in or you want to be seen as cool. You know who you are. You know what your morals are. So be true to you and stand on them. I don't care if you lose friends, people may not like you, stand on it. Because at the end of the day, you're losing yourself by being somebody who you aren't. Can I get a... Number 13 would be relationships. Yeah. My relationship is great. For those who like to ask. Me and Jaden, we are great. I love him so much. With this, asserting boundaries is very, very important. With boundaries, I feel like that's very healthy and very normal to have in a relationship, just so y'all are on the same page as of knowing what is considered okay and what's considered not okay, because sometimes people will try to overstep your boundary as of doing things that may make you uncomfortable or things you don't want to do. So in them knowing that, okay, I can't cross this line because they have the boundary in place, and so they know what's okay to do and what's okay not to do, pretty much, in asserting boundaries. Number 14 is money management. Again, very important with time management because we are getting older, sadly, and we are getting jobs. So it's very important to save your money as of school because there's prom, there's events, there's senior fees. I know there's yearbooks, you know. So again, it's always important to use your money wisely, you know. And if your parents can't afford those things, like paying for like your expenses and your fees for school, you can always get a job, you know. I like to do this influencing stuff. I get no money from it, but it's okay because my mom, she's cause I'm a grinder. She makes that money, so that's always, you know, I love my mom and her always being able to buy me things that I like or things for school. Because it's expensive, okay? Like, school ain't cheap, okay? It's expensive. It's very, 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 very expensive. So, again, if your parents can't afford, which is completely fine, you know, always step in for yourself and get a job, you know? There's nothing wrong with getting a job because it could be a job that you like, too. Number 15, and this will be my last piece of advice, is colleges. Y'all, what am I doing here? I could have sworn that I was just a little itty bitty freshman 14-year-old going into 9th grade, and here I am having to discuss with you guys about colleges. Y'all, it's getting to that point, y'all. Us 08s, we're growing up, y'all. Us 07s, 08s, 09s, y'all. We getting old, we getting old. At the end of the day, all the work that you put in will go to whatever college you want to go to or however you want to live your life. You can either go to college or not go to college. It's very important to start researching colleges. Figure out what requirements are needed in order to get into these colleges so you have a clear image of what you need to do or how to go about high school. Again, it's very important to research colleges so you have an idea of what you even want to do in life. Like, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I want to study in law, but I don't know what college I want to go to. Like, when people ask me that question, what college are you going to? I have no response. Like, I seriously, like, I need to do my research myself. Get it bad. I know you can't apply for scholarships or grants right now, but it's always good to do the research on which ones you'd want to apply because, y'all, we need to get that money. You should not be $350K in debt. Like, no, you better get them grants, get them scholarships. No, because that tuition fee be no joke. Like, try to deduct it as much as you can. So work hard. And working hard in school, the more money you're likely to get for college so you're not in debt when you're coming out of college. That's very important because y'all, I cannot believe some people are like, there are some people at my school when we were doing the graduation, they got $1 million in scholarships. $1 million. $1 million. That's gonna be me. I don't care. I'm gonna put in this work, honey. I'm about to get money for college because I'm not about to be paying nothing. Heck no. But overall, just enjoy your sophomore year. You're slowly getting comfortable to your high school and you only have 2 years left, y'all. Enjoy every last bit of it because it really does go by fast. Even though my sophomore year felt very, very long, it does really go by really fast because now look, I'm about to be a junior. And that, y'all, honestly sums up my sophomore advice video, you know? Have fun, enjoy it. You're gonna love sophomore year. Like, even though it's gonna be stressful, you will push through and it will be okay. Like, you will be okay. I feel like I say that all the time because you will be okay. Like, it's gonna be all right, and this is gonna give you character development or shoot, even a canon event, who knows? But make it a good one, you know, make good decisions, you know, be you, and just have fun, you know, just enjoy it. Like, school is school, you know. That's typical. But I hope that this advice helped anybody who is becoming a sophomore. I will be praying for you. You will do such a good job. I hope that you enjoy it as much as I did, even though I wanted to sometimes. I'd appreciate it if you were to like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram for any more questions, or if you want to get more in depth into anything that I talked about. Be sure to do so. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Mwah. Love you.